Hello. I don't really have a fancy YouTube intro or any such way to start this, but if you've read the title, you understand more or less what this is about. Um, this video will be released on the 1 year anniversary of my mother's passing. Not sure when you'll be watching it, but whenever you've come across this video, it was released on the 1 year anniversary of her passing. And I know that a lot of times people might hear eulogy and passing and such, and they might check out and say, no, I don't want to see anything that sad. I will say that though the event that precipitated me writing this text was sad, the text itself is not meant to be sad. I wrote this trying to honor my mom's wishes as best I can, and her wishes were, when she was no longer around, not to be sad but to celebrate her life. And you know, I tried to encapsulate that in a somewhat reasonable amount of time in terms of words and length. And I read it at her funeral, and I've had it since, and I think it did a good job, if I may say so myself, encapsulating what she meant to me and those in her life. And so I have the text here with a picture of her on it. She did not like pictures, so I will take that off rather quickly. And I'm going to read it now. And I may try to editorialize on my feet to, because some lines in here are about refer to standing in front of people or with people. So obviously I'm not. I'm recording a YouTube video. It's a little bit different. So I may editorialize, I may not, but if some lines seem like, what are you talking about? You're not standing in front of anybody. It's why. So without further ado, thank you. I want to thank you for being here today. Her friends and her family, we were all fortunate enough to have known my mother. I stand before you with an impossible task. In a few short minutes, adequately relay the impact of a person as wonderful as my mother. In truth, I could stand here for 100 hours, recite 1,000 memories, and give 1,000,000 quotes, and it still would only scratch the surface of what she meant to those who loved her. We were well and truly blessed. Our lives cross path with an angel on earth. We are blessed because to know her was to know joy. To love her was to know warmth. And to be loved by her was to truly know the depth of God's generosity. The depth of my mother's generosity was immense. The greatest gift she gave my brothers and I was that of unconditional love, allowing us each to chart our own paths, become our own person, offering guidance where needed and love at every turn, letting us live our lives without having to do any one thing for approval. No matter what I pursued, she believed in me and supported me. I remember when I was first getting into playing guitar, no matter how badly it sounded when I played, and believe me, it was bad, she would smile and tell me to keep at it if I enjoyed it. Once, around the time of my birthday, we were at a music store. We were there for something small, inconsequential, but I fell in love with a particular guitar, and I just couldn't put it down. Sheepishly, I asked if I could put it on layaway and, get it later. My mom's response, after seeing how much I liked that guitar, simply was, why do that when you could take it home today? Her generosity extended beyond just her children or family, evidenced by the fact that my friends and my brother's friends simply addressed her as Mom. My mother's generosity extended even to people she will never meet and never know. donating her kidneys as a final act of generosity to save a life, so that they may hug their loved ones and tell them they love them. It can be easy to let our minds and our hearts be flooded with questions of why, questions of fairness, questions even of our faith. But I want to share with you what turned out to be one of the last life lessons my mother taught me, to maybe help you as it has helped me. In the last 13 months of my mother's life, she faced many, many hardships: medical procedures, hospital stays, even the loss of mobility and independence. A fiercely independent woman was confined to a bed for the last few months of her life, needing my brother and I for even the most basic of day-to-day tasks. It would have been easy for her to become bitter, jaded, and have those similar questions of fairness and faith. Instead, she faced every day, every hospital stay, every procedure with bravery, wit, grace, and the joke, and that beautiful, beautiful smile. She would wake up each day and thank God for her children and her blessings. Remembering her strength, her bravery, her grace, her smile, her one-liner jokes in the midst of everything she faced is what gives me strength, and what will always give me strength. God lent my brothers and I one of his angels to be our mom, and I will forever be thankful for the wonderful memories, lessons, jokes, hugs, kisses, love, care, and those wonderful, wonderful meals. As you can see, I didn't miss many. Thank you, Mama. I love you, and you will always be with us. And thank you for sharing your time with me and helping me pay tribute to the most wonderful woman I will ever know. Thank you, and good luck to everybody out there.